So step number 1 is to land Lazy Links. Now I know a lot of you guys are probably questioning why Lazy Links. This place is sometimes very populated, and this is true. Lazy Links can be very populated if it's one of the first cities that you land at. As you guys can see, it was one of the first cities that the battle bus flew over, so that means this place is probably going to be populated. But you're going to want to go here all the time because, one, you're going to want to learn the city. You're going to want to learn where the spawns are, where the weapons spawn at, and stuff like that, where people usually land. So that way you can basically perfect Lazy Links and get the hang of it. You don't want to keep landing in different locations every single time because you want to perfect one location, so that way anytime you land there, you know what you're getting yourself into and you know what to do in sticky situations. So again, sometimes the battle bus won't even be close to Lazy Links. Now that's good. That means not that many people are going to go there, but this is the hardest step, is step number 1 and step number 5. Now I think step number 1 is going to be harder because sometimes it's going to be a little bit more populated than other times, so it's going to be kind of hard to win that city. You're basically going to fight, and if you can't win that city, it's going to be impossible for you to win a game. So you got to get your skill level up to the point where you're going to be able to win the city, take it over, and beat everybody there. Once you win the city and take it over, we're ready to move on to step number 2. And step number 2 is loot every single thing you possibly can that you find at the city. Now, we're not just talking about looting chests and stuff like that and opening up walls. We're also talking about making sure that you're farming trees, bushes, brick walls, metal, anything metal. And the reason this is because Lazy Links is a segregated city. Like, it's a location that nobody's ever going to rotate to. Nobody ever lands Tilted Towers and says, hey, let's rotate Lazy Links. Nobody lands Loot Lake and says, hey, let's rotate Lazy Links, because it's so far outside of the map to the point where everyone's like, you know what, Lazy Links isn't worth it. It's probably already looted, and the people that landed there probably rotated out. The only people that might rotate is from Motel. They'll take a rift and they'll come over to Lazy Links, but that's sometimes. You'll realize that and see it sometimes. If you land here a lot and you get used to it, you'll learn things like this, but it's not too often that people do that. So that's why Lazy Links is a good place. Once you win the city, you guys are going to see me farming every single thing that I possibly can, because I'm going to want to get 999 brick, steel, and wood. Now again, sometimes you're not going to be able to get it all. You're going to be able to get wood for sure. Sometimes you can get brick up to 500, and then steel you can get at least 100, 200, but that is good enough. We just need to have at least 999 materials in one of the categories, basically wood, because there's trees everywhere, bushes everywhere, so that's going to be the easiest thing that you can possibly do. Now as you guys can see, I'm done looting Lazy Links. The circle is coming. I'm ready to get out of here and go to step number 3. Now before I do that, I want to tell you, look at my health, look at my mats, and look at my inventory. I'm looking pretty good. I have full health, full shield basically. I have 999 wood, 100 brick, and only 40 steel, but that's good enough. Like I said, you only need 999 towards the end game. Now I have all these things. I have a shotgun, I have a deagle, I have an AR, I have a sniper, so I have long range, close range, medium range. I have it all. I have anything that I basically need. I have explodes and stuff like that, and that's really good because Lazy Links has so many chests there to the point where you're gonna find shields, you're gonna find good weapons, you're gonna find good loot. Now moving on to step number 3, you guys, is to come over here to the airplane hangar. I don't know exactly what you want to call it. This is the little airplane hangar, that's what I call it. You're gonna want to come in here, close the door, loot the chest, and basically you're gonna want to hide in here until the circle closes. So if you keep getting in the circle, hiding in here, that's good. That means you're not gonna have to move. You're gonna want to farm everything in here. Again, the reason is because we're getting a lot of steel, we're getting a lot of brick, and we're getting a lot of anything else that we can farm off of these things. Not only are we getting mats, we're clearing it up so that way if somebody does come in here, we have a lot of different places that we can actually see him and third person peek him from. Now all these things being in the way, he can hide behind it and we can actually end up dying like that. So we're just making things safer. You're also going to want to break this wall a little bit, just to the point where it's at 50 HP, so that way if somebody does come in here and things get crazy, you have a backup plan. You have a way to get out of there. All you have to do is run up to that wall, hit it once, and try to dip out of there. So this is all we're going to do, is sit here until the circle basically moves away from us and we can't do anything about it. A little tip for step number 3 is to come next to this little wall and you can actually third person peek the door. So if you hear somebody coming, you can actually watch them walk in and then get ready to shoot them with your shotgun. So it makes things a little bit easier. So now as you guys can see, we're moving on to step number 4. Now the circle, we're not in the circle no more, so we need to rotate over to the new one. So you want to get out and get in one of these airplanes and just rotate to the new circle. This is step number 4. You're going to be rotating a few times depending on how many times the circle moves away from you. Sometimes you might get lucky and you'll end up staying in the circle and you don't have to move. Now that's good. If that happens, that's good. That means it's a less percentage that you're going to end up dying. Now again, we're playing a numbers game. This has nothing to do with skill, but this is increasing the percentage that you are going to win a Fortnite game, because the less engagements you have, the higher percentage of you winning the game actually is. Now, a little tip to step number 4 when it comes to rotating to the new circle: you don't want to land in the center of the circle. I know it sounds reasonable to land in the center so that way you can actually just chill there, because maybe the next circle will land on you, but you're gonna want to go to the edge of the circle, the very side of the circle. That's because nobody's gonna be over here. As you guys can see, you're seeing me rotate over to a building where nobody probably ever goes. Like, nobody's gonna want to rotate over here, waste mats to climb up here just to see what kind of loot is up here. This place is kind of out of the way. Nobody really cares for it. Now, again, the circle varies, so this might not be your scenario every single time, but that's why you got to learn the map, and the more that you play, the more that you'll learn it. Now, again, this is step number 4, so you're just gonna keep doing this constantly. Step number 4 you're constantly doing until it's probably the last 3 people, including you and 2 other people. Now, the reason this is because step number 5 includes how to win when it comes to the last few people. Now, we're trying to avoid gunfights as much as possible, so anytime that people are fighting, we're not going to peek up and shoot, we're not going to crawl around bushes, we're not going to move from tree to tree on the floor. We're going to fly to the next location, pick a spot in that location, and hide in that location with a 1x1 circle, or you can be inside of the building. Anything that keeps you covered but you're not in the open. A lot of people like to move slowly from bush to bush or tree to tree. That's not how you do it, because you can be seen from any different angle. Now, from a spot like this, I have high ground and I'm in the circle and I can see everything around me. I don't have to worry about people seeing me because I'm protected by my walls surrounding me. Then I put this roof up and I'm able to third person peek it and wait to see if I can see anyone. Now we're going to skip to the very end of the game when it's me and 2 other people. So before we move on to step number 5, you guys are probably curious what the heck happened, because I'm missing mats, I don't have any more wood, I have no health, and I barely have any shields. So if you guys want to see the fight, I'm going to leave that at the end of the video. It was unfortunate that I ended up getting in a fight with somebody in the game. You try to avoid that stuff, but sometimes it does happen. If you do want to see how I got out of that situation and won the fight, it will be at the end of the video. But for now, I just want to give you guys these tips. So as you can see now, it is 3 people left. There's me and 2 other people. Now they're over there fighting. You can literally listen and sound horn and hear them fighting each other. So the only thing that I want to do is focus on the circle and focus on how weak they are, how much, if they stop shooting each other, what they are doing. I want to focus on them, because the second one of them dies, this is step number 5. The second you see one of them die, you need to push up on that, because the other person is probably weak because they just got done with the fight. So that is the best opportunity. Now, a lot of people make this mistake and they don't do this. Whenever they hear 2 people fight, they're too scared to push up. They're like, yo, you know what? I'm too scared to do anything. I don't want to move. I just want to kind of wait till the circle comes and hopefully hope that I get an opportunity where this guy maybe falls and dies or something like that. That's not what you want to do. You need to get aggressive at this opportunity right here. As you guys can see, they're both fighting each other. There's no reason that I don't need to push up. They're distracted by each other. I can easily push up. Now, one of them killed him. And just like that, this other guy is probably super weak. He's probably trying to heal up and stuff like that. But because I pushed up on him so quick and so aggressively, he's now feeling pressured. He's not going to really get that aggressive with me because he's trying to heal. I just shotgun him for white health, so I know he's weak. I know he's super weak. And just like that, I shotgun him again for 1 shot. So again, if I allowed him time to heal up and stuff like that, it would have made the fight a lot harder. But because of the fact that I actually pushed him, got aggressive with him, and actually initiated the fight, it made things a lot easier for me. So guys, if you follow these 5 steps, if you do it out of 10 games, I promise you, you're gonna win at least one of them. I promise you, unless you're complete trash at the game. If you're trash, you're gonna need to practice at the game. But guys, with that being said, if you please can give this video a thumbs up. If you want more tips and tricks videos, I will go ahead and make more videos for you guys. All you gotta do is give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.